Ever since Xbox changed leadership at the beginning of the year, we've been hearing a lot of bold statements. Things like, the return of Xbox, and our goal is to make Xbox the #1 gaming brand in the world. But honestly, I don't care about marketing slogans. I want to see actions. During the Xbox 2026 showcase, the new leadership finally revealed their vision for the near future. At first glance, it looked like Xbox was finally bringing back the thing fans have been asking for: strong exclusives and a clear identity. But after thinking about it for a while, I started asking myself a question. Is this really the return of Xbox? Or is it just another temporary hype cycle? Let's talk about it. The show opened with Gears of War E-Day, and I have to say, this was one of the best game presentations I've seen in a long time. Microsoft lost its direction with Gears for a while, but E-Day looks like the course correction fans wanted. The strength of Gears has always been its gameplay, and that's exactly what the developers seem focused on. The movement system looks completely reworked. We're seeing new movement options, better combat flow, and some absolutely incredible visuals. Honestly, the graphics are ridiculous. The game takes place before the events of the original Gears of War, which means newcomers can jump in without playing the previous games. The release date is October 6th, and surprisingly, Microsoft actually chose a smart release window. It's away from Call of Duty, away from the late September rush, and obviously, away from GTA 6. Then Xbox proudly announced that Gears would remain exclusive. At that moment, I thought maybe the new management was about to reverse some of the previous Xbox decisions and start rebuilding the value of the platform. But then the showcase continued. We got another look at Fable, which was delayed to February next year. Since Microsoft had already confirmed the game for multiple platforms, there was no way they could suddenly turn around and make it exclusive. Next came Halo Combat Evolved Remake. And honestly, this looked incredible. The visual upgrades look fantastic, while still preserving what made the original Halo special. Halo Combat Evolved is one of the most important shooters ever made, and the idea of bringing it back for a new generation is exciting. The showcase also impressed me because it focused heavily on release dates. We saw Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy featuring Sophia, one of the most popular characters from the previous game. We saw State of Decay 3, which finally returned after years of silence. The graphics look much better, but I'm still not sure how it plans to attract a brand new audience. Then we got Metro 2039. Every time I see a Metro game, I'm reminded how amazing that universe is. The atmosphere, the tension, the world design, everything looks fantastic. Even when Metro isn't technically a horror game, it still feels terrifying. After that came several smaller announcements, including indie projects, Wolong 2, and a brand new Hellblade. Now don't get me wrong, the new Hellblade looks beautiful. The visuals are better, the gameplay appears improved. Everything shown looked impressive. My problem isn't with the game itself. My problem is that Ninja Theory is one of Microsoft's most talented studios, and it feels like all of that talent is being locked into one cinematic franchise. Remember Project Mara, that incredibly ambitious psychological project? It's gone, and now we're getting another Hellblade instead. Again, the game looks great. I just wish the studio had more freedom to create something new. The showcase continued with the return of Crazy Taxi. The second I saw it, nostalgia hit me immediately. This new version appears much larger in scale, with multiple cities and new objectives. It looks like a genuine attempt to modernize the franchise while keeping its original spirit. Then, Xbox revealed a special anniversary console inspired by the original Xbox. That was followed by what might be the funniest announcement of the entire event: a Barbie game releasing only days before GTA 6. Good luck competing with that. Of course, this wouldn't be a Microsoft showcase without at least one questionable release date. Minecraft Dungeons 2 was announced for late September, right in the middle of one of the busiest release periods of the year. Some traditions never change. One of my favorite surprises was a brand new game called Magicians: The Devil's Deal. It's from the developers of City of Brass and immediately caught my attention. You play as a magician using tricks, abilities, and unique powers in first-person combat. It looks creative and different, which is exactly what showcases need. We also saw several Japanese projects. One thing Microsoft deserves credit for is continuing to invest in Japanese partnerships. A few years ago, seeing games like Persona on Xbox felt impossible. Now, we're getting Persona 6 revealed during an Xbox showcase. That's a massive change. The final section of the show focused on Spyro, Clockwork Revolution, and the bigger questions surrounding Xbox. Where exactly is Microsoft's exclusivity strategy going? If exclusives matter, why are some games exclusive while others launch everywhere? If only major franchises stay exclusive, why is Clockwork Revolution exclusive? If new IP should remain exclusive, why is Hellblade releasing on multiple platforms? The strategy still feels inconsistent. And that's why I'm not fully convinced that Gears and Clockwork Revolution will remain exclusive forever. If sales disappoint, I wouldn't be surprised to see Microsoft change course again. That said, I do think the current leadership deserves some credit. The people running Xbox today are dealing with the consequences of years of previous mistakes. Rebuilding trust isn't easy, and while there are still many unanswered questions, I can finally see signs of progress. The release schedule is better, the presentations are better, the messaging is clearer. Most importantly, they stopped filling showcases with games that won't release for another 5 years. Right now, Xbox doesn't need more promises, it needs trust, and trust only comes from delivering. My biggest criticism of the showcase was the ending. Last year, they ended with a major Call of Duty reveal. This year, they ended with a Call of Duty mode. The trailer itself was great, but it didn't feel like a strong final note for the event. Still, when everything was over, I found myself feeling more optimistic than usual. For the first time in years, Xbox seems to understand what went wrong. The platform still has a long way to go. There are still major questions about exclusives, strategy, and long-term direction. But at least now, it feels like someone is trying to fix those problems. And honestly, that alone gives me a reason to pay attention to what Xbox does next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.